Hello everyone, welcome back to another, well, it's another average day in November. It's quite mild. The storm has passed, but it's about to start raining. In fact, it has been raining a little bit. So, if you're new, hi, I'm Christoph. This is Bonsai Expression. Please do consider subscribing. That's the intro. Anyways, so you're here today because we are going to be looking at one of my Japanese maples. It is a Osakazuki, and they look like that. At least they do when they're in leaf. Mine, because it is cold weather now, has lost all its leaves. So this is the perfect time for us to be working on it, get it trimmed back into some sort of shape. Well, it's not really in any sort of shape because I've not really done anything to it apart from buy it and then just let it grow for 12 months. So it's still in the original compost and the original pot from when I bought it. So let's change that. Not by repotting it, it's not right time of year yet, but let's change that by doing some sort of trimming it, getting it in some sort of shape, ready for its bonsai journey, and then in the spring we will be doing some root pruning and then getting into some sort of nice soil, possibly a pot, maybe just a big pot just to let it grow, because we want a nice big thick trunk. Anyways, let's crack on. Okay, right, let's move this out of the way, put that to one side. So this is a grafted tree. We did see this on my recent update, so you can see the graft just here. So it's not too much of a bad graft, although the swelling itself around it is quite, I wouldn't say too unsightly, but as the two different, the actual rootstock itself, the lower part, and then the new tree itself are fusing, you've got the woody section that's aging quite well, and then this section here, the new tree, is still not wooded up yet. So I think once that starts to develop its own wood, the fusion might not look too much in your face. At least that's what I'm hoping. So it might like sort of die down in the screaming out loud. Oh my god, look at me. But for the time being, yeah, it screams fusion, but it's not too bad of a job. So if you imagine it all being one colour, it'll sort of blend in itself, and then as it thickens up, I hope it'll sort of like dissipate. But anyway, this is the tree. You can see it's quite tall. Let me zoom out a little bit. It's got nice branching. See, I have done some work on it, but nothing major. I've just took out the dead branches and then I've just let it grow. It's just naturally grown twiggy, which is nice. We've got this nice big root at the bottom here. So this cost me, well, it was on sale at half price. It should have been $34.99, and obviously I paid half of that. So nice little bargain for not bad of a tree. So that's how it looks. So my front, from how I'm feeling, should be somewhere, I'm thinking here. Right, so I'm feeling that as the front. This is going to be potentially a back branch, and then so that'll be a back branch. I'm feeling about snipping this, growing that as a back branch. So I'm going to put you on the stand, start working. In fact, no, let's try and handheld this one and just snip as we go. I don't want to make too much of a long video because, as I say, it's due to rain. So we'll try and keep this one as short as possible. So let's get you in as well. So as you can see, in terms of maples, where it's lost the leaves, the buds have already started to push for next year. And when I say push, I don't mean push growth. I mean push the buds out so that they're ready for growth for next year. So as I move down, you can see they're already on the branches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select where I would like my branch to be start. So in terms of the branch structure itself, all these sections are way too long. I'm just going to cut back to where I would like. So I think while I'm already here, we will start with this branch. And I'm just going to take everything back. Now in terms of the maples, when we're cutting, we always want to leave a little section like this. We never want to cut right back. Come on, focus. We will never cut right back there like that. The maples themselves, they always tend to die back. So if I cut here, it leaves potential room for the rest of the branch to die back. If I cut too far back, the die back itself, come on, focus. If I cut here, it could potentially die back, killing these buds, and then obviously this section's lost, and then the buds would resprout back here, which would lose the branch that we want. So by cutting here, we're going to die back, lose this section, pushing these two buds in the spring. We're going to be doing that throughout the tree, ensuring we don't lose anything. Now I'm not sure what I want to do with this entire branch, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around, and I'm just going to, come on, focus. I'm just going to go around, and I'm just going to snip and bring everything back into, come on, camera doesn't want to focus. I'm just going to bring everything back so it's nice and neat, and bring it into, so it's short. I don't want long internodal sections like this. This is way too long. So what I will do in this section here is, if you can see, at the base there'll always be buds at the base. So I'm just going to cut round about here, which will force buds at the back here. So force buds on that one, and now we've got the buds on that one there. This branch, this first branch at the bottom, that comes all the way up. So you can see, as I was saying about the dead part here, so there, where it's died back, I can now, there we go, I can now remove that section, and then we've got this little part here that's growing off we will use. But this whole branch here, I'm going to remove it. There we go. Again, leaving a stub, which will die back, which will look exactly like that come 6 months time in the spring, and then later on we'll come back and clean that up. So if I just whiz that round, I'll come in trying to be as gentle as I can. Come on, focus. Now using the camera so you guys can see, there we go, snip that off. So this section will die back just like that one did. Okay. So going back to my initial front, I'm just bringing everything back. Just going to come up to this one, snip. Now this part here comes up, and we've got a big joint of section, and then we've got this branch going back. I'll take this one back, but I want to remove this whole part here, and then this top section. And this is going to grow out. This huge growth section, I think what I want to do is I will remove that completely, And then this second branch, because obviously it's the main trunk splits into a twin trunk, I will grow this section, one of these two here, as the main leader, probably this one here. This one is far too thick. I'm just going to remove it completely, and I'm going to do the same as what I did with all the other sections. Is I'm going to leave, I'm going to leave a little section for it to die back, just like so. So now we make a choice here. Which one are we going for? Do we go for the right one, which leads up, which gives us a nice follow the shape going in? Or do we go left? I think we'll at least take that off. Just there. And there. This back branch I'm going to remove, and I will show you why. So I'll just slide this back a little bit so you can see up against the white. So if we're having this somewhat here, if I position it right. So if I position that somewhere there as a, yeah, possibly there, I think. So here we go. So somewhere there is going to be our front. I could use this over here to grow that way as a back branch. So the branch we've just removed, which was here, was going to be a T-bar, which we don't want. So this is now going to be a pad at the front, or at least for now. We could potentially move this section out, let it grow outwards there. We've got a branch at the back here which will grow as a rear branch. One at the back will grow as a rear branch as well. So everything's brought back into place. I'm still not 100% sure on this V-shaper yet. I think I'm just going to remove it here. And this section as well, I'm going to remove the middle, and I'm going to bring them back. Do you know what? I'm not entirely convinced with this one, but for the time being I'm just going to leave well alone. In fact, no, I'm not. I've made my decision. So I do like this long branch at the back, and removing this one just here, big cut, give me the opportunity to move that into place, grow up. No. Changing my mind every second with this tree. There. That's what we're going for. Right. Yes. Okay. Oh, I'm just spitting out loud here. But yes. Okay, I think we've got it. I'll put you on a tripod and give you a quick spin so you can see what I'm seeing. Now, here we go. You should get a better idea of what I've come to see. And I will cut this tree down and I'll use this as a poker. So I think we're going to have this as a front. So we've got a cut off here and we've got this nice big root at the front. So if I zoom you in, you might be able to see that a little bit better. So you've got a nice big cut here, and then at the bottom you've got a nice big root. Okay, and then as you move up the trunk, you've got this first slash back branch which will come up, and then this will produce the buds at the back, and then hopefully it should back bud as well, and then we will be able to reduce it as it produces buds, and then hopefully we'll produce something back down here. We come up, back branch here, and then a side branch we want to develop this way, and then hopefully this way, and we'll remove this eventually. Come up to the left, this front branch coming up, and then go up to the left as well, and then where we've cut at the back here, hopefully lower down, if I spin, now these will produce buds here because of the way it's been cut, but we don't want, what we would like to do is maybe produce a branch here, so maybe it shoots this way or possibly that way. This might produce a couple of buds here, so when we remove this, if we have a branch going this way, it'd be nice as well. We'll have buds popping here, and then this would also back bud around here, producing offshoots. We'll have buds shooting here and here, here and here, and then obviously these will develop as well. These buds will shoot out probably here and possibly around here also. Now if we could get something back down here, this would be brilliant, and something around here would be nice as well. That's my tree. So it's all cut up. I want to say cut up, that's not the right terminology. It's been cut back and trimmed into shape. We've moved everything back, set ready, so all these buds now can shoot in the spring, and then come spring we can check out the roots. As these buds start to push out, we'll start doing some root work. So it's it should be a nice little tree on its way for development. Now these Japanese maples, apparently they get to about 7 foot tall. No, sorry, 7 meters tall and about 3.5 meters wide. So yeah, so hopefully they're fast growing, and we can do something reasonably quick with these if we keep them in a decent sized pot. So I'll give you one last spin. So nice easy video for us today. So the idea of removing all this is obviously to try and keep that tree into shape and get it set for future development. Now you can see how long these internodes are. In fact, there we go, they're about as wide as my hand. Now what we want to do ideally is to try and get them down to something like that. Look how small they are in between. So the internodes we want really small, and then these ones are obviously really large. So the more we work on it, we'll reduce them gaps. And you can see it's starting to rain, so I need to hurry this video on before I get soaked. So the tree's here now. So this, I feel, is going to be starting to develop quite nicely. We'll get these internodes down nice and small in the coming years, and hopefully when this starts wooding up, this fusion here, or this graft, will start looking a little bit better, and hopefully we won't be able to see it as much. So yes, there we go. So nice little tree on its way to becoming a bonsai. We'll get some work on that in spring. I'll give you an update as well. Let's get that, put that back in so I don't forget what it's called. Anyway, thanks for watching everybody. Don't forget to leave me a like and comment down below. Even if it's just to say hi, I'm a new subscriber, or hi, been watching the video. Good job. Anyways, thanks for watching guys. Please leave a like, and see you next week. Have a good day.